happened? Vincent? Evan? Hmm? You're not... Wait, Mia. You're not from here, are you? Wait a second. A hobo? I think you're confusing me with someone else. What brings you here, fella? I'd like to, ask you about Clover. Clover? I've never met a boy with such a kind heart. Boy. Ever since he knew about my knee, he does the grocery shopping for me. Can you believe it? He sure knows how to make an old man happy. It's a shame he's going through all of that, don't you agree? Huh? Stop talking nonsense, would you? I don't get all the young people slang these days. I'm talking about his disease and his remaining days. What did you say? Is he ill? Didn't you know? Why does nobody ever tell me anything? Well, doesn't matter. Thanks for your time. Huh. So nobody on the island knew about, or this island knew about it. Hey, I'm truly sorry, but right now I don't have a... Oh, no. I didn't come for that. I just wanted to ask you about Clover. Clover? He's the personification of humility. If there's anything he loves, it's his little sister. Between you and me, he's a better father than a bunch of folks around here. How long since you knew about his condition? Huh? What are you talking about? He's going through a lethal disease in an advanced state. So you weren't aware? Huh? Who told you that? He himself. I thought you knew. I had no idea. Since when? I'm afraid I'm not aware of the details. That's all I know. Anyways, thanks for your time. Doggy! Can't talk to Doggy. That's a little boy. Hey, kid. I wanted to, ask if you knew a guy named Clover. Clover? Oh, yeah, he's my friend, you know. One day, we were playing Blissball, and my friends, and just walked by. He realized that they had left me out because I wasn't that good. He approached me and said, "Ignore them. Blissball's for losers. Do you know how to play Spy Master?" I didn't, so he invited me to his house and taught me. Ever since, I've won every single one of the Spy Master tournaments at school. I'm sure you beat me too. By any chance, did you know he was sick? Unfortunately, it's unlikely that he'll get better. And, he doesn't have many days left. Huh? What did you say? I don't believe you. He would have told me. You're lying. It's all a lie. It's a lie. You're a liar. Hey, easy. Liar. He didn't tell anybody. Dude, he only told you. Hey, kid, wait. I'm sorry for my grandson. The thing is, the news isn't just shocking for us. It's also really devastating. Clover is like a member of our family. I can't imagine why he wouldn't have told us. I'm sure he didn't want us to worry. He hasn't been the same since his father died. It hurt us all, but he's had it the worst. He must really be going through a nightmare. Is there really nothing we can do? If we had money, it wouldn't make a difference. According to Clover, there's no treatment. So, we'll just have to wait and be with him until... There's always the legend. The legend? Bastion, again with that? What's he talking about? It's an old fairy tale from around here. There's no fairy tale. Bastian, where did you get that? I told you it was real. We found it with Cecil in a strange shrine when we were playing in the woods. What is this legend about, and what is that notebook? It's an old tale that says something about a hidden island that holds the secret to eternal life. Though, nobody has found it and ever lived to tell about it. And this legendary notebook, so it is said, reveals its location. Hey you, stranger. What? Me? Come here. I don't know who you think you are. Clover telling you his secrets doesn't make you special. I'm still his best friend, understand? Bastian. Alright, sorry. In any case, stranger, I'd like to ask you a favor. Could you find the island for me? I don't want for Clover to leave us, and it may be our last hope. I'd do it myself, but Mom won't let me outside after 8 o'clock. Bastian, leave the poor man alone. Leave it to me. Do you really plan on going? It's just a fairy tale. I've got nothing to lose. In that case, I'll lend you my boat. I'll also make up a bag of supplies for you. Well, hey, that doesn't sound half bad. We'll help in any way we can. Any friend of Clover's is a friend of two. Friend, huh? I'll leave immediately. Wow. Man, story dump, heart-tugging. Wait, if he was here... Oh, great. How am I supposed to go back now? The island, huh? Time to discover if what they say about you is true. So, if your boat crashed, and Vanille's boat crashed, and apparently everyone's boat crashed, how do you get off the island? Huh. Do we have to solve everything as Evan? It looks like we do. Maybe just the early ones. Okay, first word. I guess I'll be here for a while. Ah. This doesn't look familiar to me. Maybe this is a different puzzle. This kind of looks familiar. Huh. Yeah, this looks different actually now that I think about it. Or at least it doesn't seem familiar to me. Huh. Can't jump anywhere else here. Okay, I see it. Jump over this way. Okay. Oh, it's kind of a risky jump there, that long distance one. I wasn't sure I was gonna make that. Alright, let's see here. back, and now we can go. Okay. We've done enough of these puzzles. We should be able to do them. But Evan's supposed to be a genius, so, I mean, maybe he has no problem doing these, you know? Day and night. He worked to solve it. But wait, time doesn't pass here, so how long does it take Evan? Like, and how long did it take before he came back to tell Clover about all of this? Like, what's the time frame here? I'm not yet. Oh, this is what he was doing after he left Clover. But before he told Clover about the island. Okay. I guess it's time. Let's see. Eternal as the sun. Our sacred place is not, nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity. Because the same man who, on this land, all ego abandons, will know the search of it meaning lacks. Only consciousness was, and is forever, my endless true eternity. Oh, the message is different. It sounds like it's more of a life lesson, and not that there's actual immortality. It sounds like coming here and solving the problems and finding yourself is the true eternity. It's your consciousness, not your body, that becomes eternal. What? What the hell is that supposed to mean? That it doesn't exist? Nah, I must have read it wrong? Eternal is not, nor will become, meaning lacks. Yeah, he's looking at it. Well, what am I supposed to do? Clover. Please, don't die. Oh, he's mourning his friend already. Oh, I didn't know this game was gonna be like... See, Vincent? I don't know what kind of fool you take me for, but you don't need to be a genius to realize you're hiding something. And if I win, I want you to go back and face it. Well, that was his memory of what he said when he lost. Oh. I really honestly did not know that this game was going to be so heavy. Oh. I don't know how much my heart can take right now. Oh, the transmitter? Hello? I was wondering if we could meet, please? Who is this? It's me. Who? You've gotta be kidding me. Vincent? Is that you? Not gonna lie here, I was pretty sure you were dead. At this point, I know, you probably hate me. But I really need to talk to you. We're talking right now, aren't we? Face to face. I want us to settle this, once and for all. Where are you? Write down the following coordinates. Okay. And don't worry, it's a safe place. Should I come alone, or can I bring someone? Are they trustworthy? He's my right-hand man. I suppose that's no problem. Any portals? Well, by God, what do we have here? If it isn't the prodigy, the most brilliant and promising mind the world has ever known. He who will guide humanity to a better world. I don't think he enjoys that, that connotation, that what is that? That notoriety. Are you done? Maybe this is just jealous. Have you been here all this time? What the heck is this place? Anyway, are you gonna tell me why you brought me here? Nicola's waiting for me on the other side. I want... I want to reveal the truth to the world. Oh, you were serious? Let me get this straight, Vincent. You're returning to me what is mine. That's the least an author can demand, right? After all these years, you just show up all of a sudden and you deign to do what you should have done from the start? Were you expecting a prize or something? Dude, you're something else, alright. You're still acting like I'm the one responsible for all of this. Like I was the only Evan. Oh, Evan is make-believe. Evan is the fake identity behind a public face. You were as much a part of this as me. Why then was revealing the truth my responsibility? What was stopping you? You could have spoken up at any time, but you kept quiet. You did exactly the same thing I did. You want to know the teeny little difference, my old friend? You were the face. Let me ask you something. What did you think would happen if Andre Ager decides to reveal the truth to the world? It'd just be one of those tabloids where an ex-employee from Area 51 reveals top secret info. No matter how plausible the testimony, the man never has proof. People don't believe him. Is it because he's lying? Most likely, but in many cases, it's the other way around. Of course the government won't keep files in his name. And of course, they'd scrub every last shred of evidence suggesting he ever worked there. The absence of proof, paradoxically, becomes the proof. I'm not lying, I did work there, but they erased all of the files and then my memories. Ring any bells? My name doesn't mean anything. However, if Mr. Evan Goldstein himself comes out and says something, that's a different story. And you know how people love faces? The story of the poor orphan kid who becomes a brilliant millionaire and who wins everyone's heart. They don't seem to realize they've been told the same old story over and over again. And still, they always fall for it. I'm sure they would believe any nonsense that comes out of your mouth. We're doomed as a species, no doubt about it. I may be more Evan than you, but as far as people are concerned, you, and only you, are Evan. That is why, my friend, the responsibility was on your shoulders. But instead, you just ran away. You ran away taking everything that should have been mine. Seems you weren't so upset with what they created after all. Do you think I enjoyed doing that? Do you think I had a good time seeing you like that? Do you think I'd feel like the scum of the earth? Do you have the slightest clue the hell I've been going through since then? Why do you think I ran away? I couldn't take being a part of that anymore. You could have talked to me. We could have found a way. Why do you think I brought you here? I know I should have done it sooner, but I couldn't, Andre. I couldn't. They were keeping an eye on me more than you. I was the public figure after all. And I was so little I could barely understand what was going on. I didn't know who to call for help. I didn't have anyone. They kept me alone and locked away. I was so scared, but that's about to change. Don't you get it, Andre? It was never about us. I'm not your enemy, nor are you mine. We've got one enemy in common. The ones who put us through all of this. The ones who created Evan. And I'm sure they also wanted this. To separate us. To sow resentment between us. To keep us silent. To keep us alone against the world. This is what they always wanted. Are you gonna keep doing what they want? I didn't bring you here to keep you fighting. So what did you plan to do? Hold some press conference and spit everything out? Do you think that scenario ends with you alive and breathing? They'll chase you forever. You know how that ends. I know, and I don't care. I've got nothing left to lose. Don't worry, I won't mention you. What the hell? Toss my name in too. Well, what? If we're going to sync Upbring, we have to do it right. I'm in. Whatever it takes to tear them apart. Though, they're so large it might not make any difference. Andre, I guess I'm not the only one who's changed. What I'm trying to say here is, For all the pain I've caused, I just want to say that from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I thought those words would never come out of your mouth. Are you feeling okay? Did you go to some spiritual retreat and find yourself? Seriously, where the hell are we? Well, actually, it's a long story. I think we've exhausted Nicola's patience as well. Well, alright. I'm sorry to say it really is a very long story. So, I'd settle in. Alright. I came here because it is believed that this island keeps the secret of eternal life. See that line of monoliths that goes all along the seashore? They're hieroglyphs, and... Wait, I know this story. You do? Years ago I heard rumors about Outbring having a secret base in a place like this. The bastards are everywhere, huh? I didn't believe it then. Me neither. But in any case, the immortality thing is a lie. It is a lie! Oh, so Clover is dying. Ah, jeez. I just finished translating all the monoliths. It's obvious it's a lie. I'm surprised you fell for something like that. Any ideas? Should I have some? No. I just hoped you'd come up with something. You're the genius after all. Everybody seems to believe that genius and magician are the same thing. Okay, so... Andre is the real genius, and Vincent is the face of the genius, and that genius being Evan. So Evan doesn't exist as people believe him to be, so Andre is the real genius Evan, but Vincent is the public Evan. Okay, so that part makes sense. And that was all brought together by Upbring, who is some shadowy agency or some shadowy business or something that has its hooks and hands into everything. I can't perform miracles, Vincent. So there's nothing we can do? Just joking. I'm not being completely honest with you. I can perform miracles, and I do have ideas. Really? Though, that doesn't mean you're going to like what I'm going to suggest. I guess it's better than nothing. I'm all ears. What does the message say? Eternal as the sun, our sacred place is not, nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity. Because the same man who, on this land, all ego abandons, will know the search of it meaning lacks. Only consciousness was and is forever, my endless true eternity. It's perfect, but somewhat long, don't you think? We could make some changes. Changes? We could modify the message. What for? And how the heck do you expect us to rewrite them? I don't speak ancient hieroglyph puzzle. I didn't say anything about rewriting them. Wait here. Okay, so they knock down parts of the hieroglyphs that make up the message. Why are you walking so far away? Oh, he's actively making these. Vincent, come here. What is he up to? Look at this. You opened a portal on top of the monolith. That leads to the same monolith. You weren't paying attention, were you? Look closer. It's different. Did you exchange them? The one from our left is now to our right, and vice versa. Andre, just what are you up to? I was wondering if it would be difficult to form a new message based on the original. And as soon as you read it to me, I realized it wouldn't be. We'd just exchange some monoliths and repeat others. Indeed, something totally different could be changed. With a message somewhat opposite than the original. Eternal as the sun, our sacred place is not, nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity, because the same man who, on this island, all eagle abandons, will know the search of it meaning lacks. Only consciousness was and is forever, my endless true eternity. This one's the original, right? 46 monoliths, 46 words. But I propose the following. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place, because only on this island the same man is forever, endless true eternity. So, Andre had changed the message so that when it got deciphered, it led us to believe that the island was the thing that made people eternal. But that's not the case. The original message says that anybody who comes looking for eternity will not find it. And that person, as long as they abandon their ego or their drive, will find that searching for eternity has no meaning, because really, it's your mind. You're the person who you are. That is what's truly eternal. 28 monoliths, 28 words. Notice that I'm only changing the order of some words or repeating them. And finally, I discarded the unnecessary ones. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place, because only on this land the same man is forever, endless true eternity. I still don't get what we'd want to do with that. Look, I've got an idea. Why don't you let me do the talking and you keep your questions for the end? He looks a little amused. Go on. Your friend, Clover, right? What is it that he wants the most above all things? To not die? Vincent, you really suck at this. Based on your descriptions, Clover only cares about one thing. His sister. It doesn't matter if he saves himself or not, he just cares about saving Dysis. And what we could do is give him precisely that. Or more accurately, we could make him believe that. Oh! Oh my god! I think I just came... I could be wrong, but this place really doesn't stop time. What they do is they send Clover here, and then they hire someone who was an orphan or something, who they make, who they name to be Dysis, and then they send her here. And so he thinks that his sister is all right, but he isn't. And so he dies thinking that his sister is all right after all. I could be wrong, but that's where I'm going. I'm gonna tell you this now. We can't save him. Neither him nor her. They're on death's doorstep already. There's nothing we can... But we can make him believe the opposite. Yes! I think I'm right. Imagine the following scenario. You go back to Clover's house with a notebook in your hand. You tell him, Clover, it's real. The legend is real. You give him the notebook, and you tell him to come here for the artifact. You offer to take care of Dysis in the meantime. Clover, filled with hope, heads to the island, and he starts to decipher the message, monolith after monolith. Remember, though, that this isn't the original message, but ours. Anyways, during his journey, Clover discovers someone else who was also sent to the island. It's a girl, who's also looking for the same something here. This girl decides to join him in his search, and they become close. Clover completes the message. He learns that the whole island is the artifact, and that the immortality is granted by the island, not from the moment you step on its shores. A bit of a disappointment sinks into Clover. Now that he knows the artifact is not something he can take home to Dysis, but suddenly, the girl comes up with the theory that it wasn't immortality that the island granted, but rather the island exists outside of time as we know it. Wow, man, he really nailed everything that happened. Like, he planned everything from the start, and it went exactly as he anticipated it would. Time doesn't pass normally on the island, and as a result, hours, days, months, and years didn't pass as usual there, making everything and everyone on it unaging, immortal, and eternal. That's when the girl also discovers that she is actually Dysis, Clover's sister, who had been sent by you. Due to the temporary gap that was generated, because remember, Clover arrived first, Dysis was able to reach his age outside the island, and then head there years later. Clover, obviously, doesn't notice that span of years because he was on the island the whole time. In any case, getting back to the story. And just when Clover thought everything was lost, he realizes that what he's been looking for has been in front of him the whole time. Dysis also reveals that she was never sick in the first place. Clover, seeing that his sister has grown and lived a good life, that she's alright, and that they can still keep seeing one another as long as he stays there, he becomes happy. All of his worries vanish, a smile spreads across his face. He decides to stay and live on the island, you know, to postpone his death forever. The following days are happy, they're perfect. Dysis visits him from time to time, until the day comes when Clover eventually dies. But he dies believing everything. He dies happy. It's beautiful. Fantastic. The audience cries, laughs, cue the applause. What do you think? It all just came to me. Brilliant, isn't it? As if it was just the ending to some emotional video game. Dude! Fourth wall break there. It's the most twisted thing I've ever heard. I knew you wouldn't like it. You never like my ideas. Just listen to what you're saying. It's absurd. Vincent, look at this damn place. Eternal life? An ancient civilization? A message engraved on monoliths? Don't you think it's already absurd enough? Do you really think adding some extra details would make it less believable? Isn't this what you wanted? Doing something for him? Maybe we can't avoid his leaving this world, but we can at least direct how he leaves it, giving him a worthy end, full of adventure and emotion. And die believing a lie? Look, Vincent, I'm sure that today, somebody died believing you're a genius. It was their truth, that whole life. That truth only ceases to be true when you find out it's a lie. And Clover will never find out. Although it won't be the truth for us, it will be the truth for him. Even though if that truth just lasts an ephemeral moment, you can decorate it as much as you like. A lie is a lie. And just, it's not right. It doesn't feel right. I want to believe everybody deserves a happy ending. And suddenly that's not right? Our whole lives were a lie. What's the difference? Do you want to do something for Clover or not? Didn't you say you'd do anything for him? Let me recall. What was the other option? Oh yeah, leave him to die at home with the baby who also dies. In absolute solitude. But anyway, I'm not gonna judge you. It is your decision after all. Wow. Damn, what a decision to make. Where are you going? Aren't we going to join poor Clover on his final days? Time passes while we ponder. But wait. Yes? The message. Your message is shorter than the original. What are you going to do with the remaining monoliths? You'd be surprised all of the problems that high-powered explosives can solve. Just blow it up! You're gonna blow them up? What? Afraid someone's going to hear us? We're in the middle of nowhere. The girl. Who's the girl? Who's Dysis? An actress? No idea. We'll find someone. Promise me, whoever she is, that she agrees with all of this. Let her know all the details. I promise. He didn't fulfill that promise. Andre, do you really believe something like this could work out? I don't have the slightest idea, but you know how much I indulge in making an idea come true when it takes a hold of me. I hope you know what you're doing. Tell me how I can help. Oh, no. Leave it to me. I'll take care of all the island business. You make sure to convince Clover to come here and to take care of the baby. And when this is all over, we'll bring down Upring together, like old times. You can trust me. So he leaves Vincent to convince Clover to come out here and find the answer for immortality. So is she an actress? Where am I? These sheets. I'm not at home, but I feel like I am. My head hurts. I don't know how I got here. The last thing I remember is doing that whole act in front of Clover. Oh, so she was in on it. She was an actress. Dude! Oh my god. What? What? Clover. I need to see if he's alright. I don't think he is, man. I don't think he is. So much light. So it looks like she's back home or something. Oh, he did pass away. Nicola is a person. Okay. You know, Clover, I always thought I had everything. Everything anybody could ever want. Money, fame, power. Funny thing is, when I disappeared, no one really cared. I was all over the news, sure, but there wasn't anyone genuinely worried about me. No one wondering if I was okay. And honestly, I don't blame them. But it was when I asked the neighbors about you that I realized that actually, I never had anything. Rest in peace, friend. Rest in peace, Dysis. Oh, they both died. Oh, man. Look who just woke up. Whoa. Don't tell me you don't find it strange. What? Him dying at such a convenient moment. Too convenient, I'd say. If it happened just a few hours earlier, everything would have gone to waste. How did you know so precisely when it would happen? Oh, he investigated it with the water, right? Heh, I didn't. That's reassuring. Oh, good. Now are you going to start preaching to me about right and wrong, too? What? Why are you looking at me like that? Hey, I just lied to him. He lied to the world. He deserved a little punishment, didn't he? Besides, he went to talk to her. He'll find out eventually. Do you think he'll get mad? Of course he will. But then he'll remember that my way of doing things once again worked. Oh, he poisoned Clover so that he would die at that exact moment. Dude. Because if you remember, like, he was drinking and he said, oh, it tastes terrible, it tastes weird. And then he gave it to Clover, who then took a drink. And he'll forget about it. I want to ask you something. Do you really believe that if she had known everything from the start, her connection with Clover would have been as authentic as it was? Nobody wants to be part of a farce. I didn't force anyone to do anything. She saw all his pain and lying to him was the least she could do. She decided to do it. But it's not about lying or telling the truth, nor is it about doing the right thing nor the wrong thing. It's about getting results. But I guess it's easier to just call me the movie's villain. I guess we all have our little lies. Guys, crazy. Oh, this is a crazy story, yo. Whoa! Jeez, guys. Wow. I mean, it was a shorter game, but whoa. Mind blown several times. Heartstrings getting tugged this way and that. Wow. This game was incredible. I loved it. The story was great. It got convoluted at first, and then all of a sudden, you get back into it with Andre, and he tells you the whole story, which I'm glad for. He summarizes. But man, the whole time you're led to believe that the island is some kind of magical place where you can be immortal, but in the end, it was all a lie, but for someone to die with a happy lie. And I guess the person who played Dysis, Vanille, she did know, but she saw how much he was suffering, and she decided, yeah, maybe I should go ahead and do this. And it makes sense because, like, when they were talking, she said herself she would do anything for money. And she even insinuated at one point that, like, maybe she would hurt somebody if it meant money. But at the end of the day, I mean, the message that comes across is that, you know, there are important things in your life and you need to take care of those things. But also, from Andre's perspective, like, little white lies don't hurt. But at the same time, he's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, poisoning Clover to get his story to play out the way it is, I don't know. That's pretty shady in my opinion, but hey, that's just my opinion. What do you think? Ah, man. Crazy, man. It was an incredible game. The puzzles weren't, like, over the top crazy. Some of them took me a while, but, I mean, I was able to get through them. I'm not, like, the smartest guy, but wow. This game is worth it just for the story alone. The puzzles were fun, just like Vanille was saying, you know, they're pretty fun to do, but man, the story is what really drives you. And as you get deeper into the plot, further and further, you're just like, what is going on? And then you come to one conclusion, heartstrings tugged. Then you come to a completely separate conclusion. Heartstrings tugged again. Mind blown. And then another twist. And wow. Wow. Like, thinking that Vincent was Evan at one point, that was something. Finding out that, like, Evan wasn't an actual person. And then, like, the actual genius coming up with this convoluted plan to try to help his friend's friend. But at the end of the day, he didn't even learn the lesson that, you know, there are things in life that you gotta do and that you have to take care of. And I don't know. I took away from it that you need to have people and things in your life that you care about and actually take care of them. Don't abandon them, don't neglect them, because when the time comes, when the end comes, like, everything that you've done while neglecting, while taking time away from things that mattered to you, when it comes to that and you're on your deathbed, then, like, everything was a waste. Like, Clover died believing that he did everything in his power to save the person he loved. And at the end of the day, he didn't, but he died believing that, and that was what was important to him. Wow, that was good. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you come back for the next one. Please like and subscribe, it keeps me motivated. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. What is this place? This is where everything changed for me. I hid in a small town near this island when I needed to vanish. I see. But how did you find this place? By accident, really. I was looking for somewhere off-grid, totally disconnected. I didn't want anyone to recognize me, so I started visiting islands in the middle of the Pacific, little towns, which eventually led me to discover this island. Well, what better place to disappear than a tropical oasis? This is the person who played Dysis. Okay, but why did you bring me here? I think that's her? I want you to meet someone very special to me. Follow. Whoa, what is this thing? It looks like something out of an ancient history documentary. It's an ancient monolith. Well, this one isn't ancient since Andre recreated it for our message. It says something. Oh, kind of like a hieroglyph. Basically, but you get to interact with it kind of like a game or a giant puzzle. No way! I love puzzles. Can I try? Slow down there. Let me show you how it's done. Follow me, but watch your step. Oh, look, these must be, like, backers for, like, I don't know, one of those crowdfunding things. Hey, I didn't know you had a knack for solving cryptic ancient puzzles. Give me that treasure if you don't want to lose your heads. Huh? What is this? Who's that? How dare you speak? How dare you speak like that in front of one of the most legendary pirates of modern times? I didn't know there were modern pirates. Cool. The great Maisie K. Kendrick demands you hand the treasure over to me. What is she talking about? You may try to hide it from me, but this map reveals all. A map? Let me have a look at that. Non ho paure dalle atase o paura della battuta. Joey Albanese? Spared no expense. Oh, these are messages from, I think, people who back the game. Facing your fear doesn't make you strong. It just means you have good eyesight. To the love of my life, my moon and my stars, I will love you forever, no matter what. Jose Oista. Okay, it's cool. This one's a cat. Where is it? Where's this treasure? This isn't a map. Then what is it? How would I know? What are you two whispering about? Don't try anything funny. But of course, the treasure. How could I have forgotten? It's just over there. Where? Where is it? See those monoliths right behind us? Follow the line they draw until you find a broken boat. It's right below it. And don't forget your shovel. Treasure! Arrgh. Weird. Okay, where were we? There's one more left. Let's go. Huh? So what did they say? Huh? You said they were hieroglyphs, right? What did you write on them? Heh. Clover Emor. Aw. Clover what? What does that even mean?